What's going on, guys? Sgt Mooby here, and today I am bringing you a dual commentary with one of my buddies off Xbox Live. I want you all to say hello to Mr. Rage under Silk. Say what's up, Rage.
What's up, people?
And me and Rage have been playing together for about, what is it, 3-4 months?
Yeah, it's about 3 or 4 months, I think. It's been a while.
Yeah. And to kick this commentary off, we have a little story to tell you. Why don't you tell the story, Rage?
Well, folks, this is a little story about why you should never, ever shave your ass hair. And it was posted, posted around the internet. So it was originally posted on Craigslist. And it's an interesting read, so here we go. I have recently made one of the biggest mistakes in my life, and I offer my story to you that you may learn from my error. It all started, as many things do, with me having trouble shitting. No, I was not constipated. This is not a regularity problem, but a matter of technique. It seems my ass hair had grown to such a length that tiny balls of shit were constantly getting tied up in the matted jungle between my ass cheeks. It led to much frustration with me knowing that I still had something to drop, but unable to shake loose the tenacious turd loose from its butt-hair dwelling place. Eventually I would have to do one of two things. Either reach down with some paper and try to pinch off the lingering lobe, which required careful precision to avoid smearing the creature all over my rear, especially since I had no way of seeing what I was doing, or just go for broke, start wiping, and hope that I could remove all the leftover fecal matter before the toilet paper reached its can't-be-flushed threshold. As I was contemplating this problem, I had what seemed at the time to be a brilliant idea. Hey, this is my butt and my butt hair, right? So why don't I just eliminate all the hair altogether, and then my crap will flow out like beer from a keg? It is a statement that will go down in history with a lot of other regretted statements. Things like, how many Indians could there be, said by General Custer. Looks like a good day for a drive, by JFK. Or, there, America Online now has complete Usenet access, by some idiot system tech. Such was my anal shaving idea. I performed the operation that night, with a cheap disposable razor and a towel to sit on. Starting from the bottom and shaving from the cracks of the cheeks, I began the arduous process of ridding my ass of hair. Occasionally I would have to clean the razor of accumulated hair and miscellaneous slime, which I did by wiping it on the towel. Slowly my twin mounds and the between ravine began to resemble the hairless cheeks of a newborn baby. Finally I wiped the razor one last time and surveyed my work. The towel was covered with a pile of hair, my ass was smooth as ivory. I smiled, satisfied, thinking my troubles were over. Little did I know. I now have a great respect for anal hair. Like everything in this world God created, it has its mighty purpose in existence. It was only after I had removed it that I started to learn how much I had been taking it for granted. For one thing, it provides friction. I learned this the next day when I walked out into the sun heading for class. After climbing 2 flights of stairs and starting to sweat, I started to notice something unpleasant. The sweat was accumulating in my crack and was causing the unpleasant sensation of my 2 ass cheeks sliding past each other with every step. I thought about going to the bathroom and wiping it off, but had to get to class. Eventually I thought it would dry. Unfortunately, it did dry, but only after mingling with the microscopic shit molecules lingering around my brown starfish. When I stood up after class, my cheeks were stuck together with a slimy, sticky, shit-sweat combination. As I made my way back to my dorm, it started to itch. And I mean it itched. Felt like a swarm of ants was making its way up and down my crack. Fighting to keep from jamming my hand down there and scratching away, I rushed back to the dorm. Unfortunately, again, this exertion caused me to sweat, and when I finally reached my room, my cheeks were sliding back and forth against each other like a pair of horny cane toads. I quickly dropped my pants and attempted to dry my ass off by sticking it in front of a fan and spreading my cheeks. As I pulled the mounds of flesh apart, a horrible stench burst free and filled the room. Every dog within a 4-block radius started to howl. I had it worst of all, as the ripe aroma of festering shit sweat went into the fan and blew back into my face. I fought to keep from heaving, and as I sat there fighting vomit, my ass cheeks spread and dripping with the concentrated aroma of my body odor mixed with the tangy smell of my own shit blowing right into my face. I had only one thought. It will be like this until the hair grows back. Weeks. Later on, trying to deal as best I could, wiping my ass at every opportunity, I discovered another wonderful use for ass hair. Ventilation. I attempted to launch a fart only to have it get stuck between my ass cheeks. Apparently, with no hair, the 2 pink twins can get vacuum sealed together, and the result was a frustrating fart that stood up and down between my cheeks like a lost gerbil. And as if that wasn't enough, I am now enduring further torture. As anyone who has ever shaved anything knows, when hair is first growing back in, it comes in as stubble. Imagine your ass having the texture of a Brillo pad. Well, that's what I am dealing with now. It is a hellish torture, and there are many times when I just look out the window and contemplate why I shouldn't just jump out and get it all over with in one fleshy splat, rather than endure this constant agony. All I can say is, friends, don't shave your ass hair.
Well, I think that's a very, very interesting story that we can all relate to in some way, shape, or form. Now, the moral of the story, kids, do not shave your ass hair.
It's a very good moral to learn. I mean, honestly, I would say learn that young, and it'll help you throughout the rest of your life.
Well, it'll help you avoid sweaty, shitty molecules of crap.
Indeed, indeed. And that, you know, I think we can say safely that all of us want to avoid such things.
Indeed. I mean, why would anyone want to have that floating around in your ass? Anyway, moving...
Yeah, good point. Moving swiftly along.
What do you think about the new Black Ops map packs? Do you think that it's Treyarch actually listening to their community and wanting to further the enjoyment of Black Ops, or do you think they're just trying to milk it for every single dollar and cent and pound that it's worth?
I'm kind of mixed on that one, honestly. You know, to some extent, I feel like it really does add some enjoyment and some long-lasting fun to the game. And on the other hand, the fact that the map packs are $15 a piece really just, I mean, when you think about it, it's like, you know, you paid $60 for the game, and now after this third map pack, you've paid $45 for extra map packs. You know, I mean, you've almost bought a second game. And I really don't know whether or not, when you look at it that way, it's really worth what you've spent.
Well, the way I see it is I'm getting full enjoyment out of a game. Like, on my lifetime challenges list, I've nearly spent 500 hours on Black Ops in total, which I got it for Christmas last year, and I truly believe that is money well spent and time well played.
Yeah, I can kind of agree. That's sort of why I'm kind of mixed on the whole thing. I mean, I don't want to call Treyarch a bunch of money-grubbing assholes. I would say that that's more Activision's thing. But I would say that considering how much time that people like you and me probably have spent playing this game, I mean, I think I'm almost up to 500 hours myself. It's money well spent. I mean, you couldn't possibly, like, compare this to going to see a movie. You know, you spend 2 hours in a movie theater, maybe add on an extra hour before or after the movie or whatever, eating popcorn and all that kind of stuff. By the time you're done with your night, that's about a third of what a video game would cost, at least here in the States. And you get so much more enjoyment out of a video game like this for that amount of money.
Well, if you think about it this way, if you sat the same movie theater watching the same movie for 500 hours, wouldn't you get bored of it and probably go slightly insane?
Well, yeah, there's that as well. And I mean, the nice thing about this is that it's constantly changing. These games are all about the online play, and I'm actually kind of happy about the fact that these days it's come to the point where you pretty much can't release a game like this, a first-person shooter anyway, without having online play, because otherwise nobody's going to bother to buy it.
Well, I'm sorry, Rage, that's all we've got time for today. Tune in next time when we'll be going over more amazing stories, and we'll be having another little chat like this. Thanks for watching, guys. You want to say peace out, Rage?
Peace out, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Be sure to follow me on Twitter. That way you'll get all the latest from me, how many videos I've uploaded, what I had for breakfast, and how much of a hangover I had last Saturday night.